Hi everyone, my name is Susie Q and I am the owner and maker of Glitter with Susie Q. If you like the content that you're seeing, please like, subscribe, and share. You can also connect with me by Facebook, Instagram, and email. In honor of Teacher Appreciation Week, we are going to be making this I'll Just Wait Until It's Quiet tumbler. This, I got the inspiration from Pinterest, and here's the picture that I based this cup off of. I saw it and just started laughing because when I was a classroom teacher, I can't tell you how many times I said this phrase, and it really felt like I was going to turn into a skeleton before the kids stopped talking. So I had to make it. So what I decided to do is I decided to take this glitter called Sick by the Glitter Chimp, and I'm going to use the epoxy method in order to apply it to my cup. In the picture, you can see that they put the white and black glitter down at the bottom and they left the top of the cup where the decal is just plain white. I decided to go full coverage with this white, black, and absolutely beautiful holographic glitter. It sparkles so much and it is absolutely gorgeous. But I decided to spread the whole cup with this glitter. And I wanted to do that because I didn't want just there to be a harsh line. I wanted everything to be all one solid background. And I am happy how it came out. But my one regret of this cup is that there are parts, since the decal is just black, there are parts where there are those big black specks of glitter that it kind of makes it just a smidge hard to read some of the words. But overall, I wouldn't change a thing. I love the cup, and I do regret that there are a couple of very small misplaced pieces of black glitter. But what I'm doing is I'm going to use the Flint Sisters Supply Shop Artist Cure Epoxy, and I'm going to spread that epoxy all over my cup. I am using a little bit thicker of a layer of epoxy because this is a chunky glitter. If it's a fine glitter, you want to go really light-handed with your epoxy. But when you're using a chunky glitter, I've noticed when I use chunky glitters, I like to use just a little bit more epoxy so that my glitter lays, sticks better and lays flatter to the cup. Now I'm going to take my glitter Sick and I am going to spread it all over my tumbler from top to bottom. I'm going to start here at the bottom and then I'm going to just sprinkle it all over the entire tumbler. Now that my cup is completely covered with glitter, I am going to take my sheet of paper and I'm going to roll my cup in that paper. This helps the chunkier pieces of glitter to lay down flat so that they don't stick straight up, and it will help later on with how many layers of epoxy I'll have to do. A piece of advice to you guys, make sure that you fully cover every single piece of your cup with your epoxy. On this cup, there was a little tiny spot right there at the top that I guess that I missed my epoxy, and so no glitter is sticking there. So I just thought that I had missed it with the glitter, so I went ahead and I opened up my glitter back up and I tried to sprinkle it on there, but there's not any epoxy on there for the glitter to stick, so it just kind of went, it didn't adhere to anything. So there's a slightly little bald spot on my cup where there is no glitter, but it's fine. That's not a big deal. After my epoxy cured, I went ahead and I took my glitter glue from the Crystal Lac Glitter Company, and I am going to seal in this glitter onto my cup. I do this mainly so that I can do less layers of epoxy later. This cup, I'm not worried about the movement of the glitter while I'm doing the epoxy. I just really want to make sure that the big chunks of glitter are lying flat on this cup. So when I use my glitter glue, the whole point of it, at least on this cup, there are sometimes in cups that you want your glitter to stay where it is. That's not the problem with this cup. With this cup, it is, I want to make sure that those big chunky pieces of glitter lay flat so that later on I don't have to do as many coats of epoxy and I have to do far less sanding. Glitter glue does take about 2 hours to dry. So what I usually do is either I set a timer to make sure that I don't start epoxying before that 2 hours is up, or a lot of the times and most of the time I'm doing my cups at night before I go to bed. So I'll put on a layer of the glitter glue and then I'll let it sit overnight, and then the next night I know that it's completely dry and ready to go. So make sure that you let it sit for 2 hours to make sure that that glitter glue is completely dry. Once you do that, you can follow the next step and go ahead and put it on your turner and put some epoxy on there. I did 2 layers of epoxy for this cup. So I did a layer, let it cure, then I did another layer and let it cure. Once that second layer was cured, I was then ready to start my decal process. I cut this decal out using my Cricut cutting machine. This decal I found on Cricut, so it matches really well to the one that was my inspiration photo, but it's slightly different. There are just a couple of things that are different about this decal than the other, but not enough for me to for it to matter. So when I weed, I peel back part of the decal, and then I cut it away, and that helps me so that I don't get the sticky part of the decal onto a piece that I want to keep on the decal. I don't know if that made any sense at all. If you are liking what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that like button below. It really helps me, and it helps get my content out there to other people who want to make beautiful things too. As you can see, I am just peeling back the vinyl, and I am then removing it and putting it to the side. I am working really slowly. This video is sped up, I want to say, by ×4 or ×8. So please don't think that I'm moving this quickly in reality. I'm definitely not. There are some really, really fine pieces of vinyl on this, and so I want to make sure that I'm moving really, really slowly and making sure that they're staying stuck to where I want them to stick. So you take your time, use your weeding tools, use your hands, cut off those pieces, and make sure that you are going and doing this the best way that you can. As you guys can see, I am taking those pieces that I've cut away, and I am putting them to the side flat as I possibly can. The reason why I'm doing that is because you'll notice the eye is missing in quiet. I have done this enough times and crumpled up that vinyl and then said, oh no, I'm missing a piece. And then I have to recut either an entire word or an entire decal. So what I do now is I try to put it down to the side, and so then I can look through it later if I'm missing a piece. Comment below what your strategy is on weeding. Do you just crumple it up and throw it in the trash can? Or do you kind of do what I do and leave it over to the side? Right now I'm looking, I think that right there's a bone missing in the arm, but I never found it, and I thought, nah, well, it looks fine enough without it. I don't know if I'd ever find it anyways, so I'm just gonna move along, and it looks good with or without it. So again, I still don't even know if there was a bone supposed to be there, but I just left it the way it was. So now I'm taking my transfer tape and I'm measuring out a big enough piece for me to transfer this decal onto my cup. I'm using my little scraper tool to adhere the vinyl to my transfer tape. And now that I have it adhered, I'm going and I'm feeling my cup all around. I want to adhere my decal to the smoothest spot on my tumbler. So I'm just setting my decal on the tumbler, and then I'm measuring. I want to make sure that there are 2 inches on the top and 2 inches on the bottom so that my decal is lined up in the center. I then am starting to peel away the backing of my decal. I thought that I was going to be able to use the hinge method, but because there are such super small pieces, it ended up not working out. So I am then taking the backing of the decal off, and then I will just lay it flat onto my cup without using the hinge method. Those little pieces were just sticking to the back, and I wasn't able to get a good clean transfer on it. So I'm just gonna remove the backing and then move very slowly as I push down the rest of this decal onto the cup. I wanna make sure that I don't get any wrinkles or creases in this decal with how I ended up having to adhere it to my cup. All right, you guys, now it's the time where you do a favor for me. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. It really helps me out with the more people that I have who subscribe to this channel. The algorithm likes more subscribers. The more subscribers you have, the more it'll push your videos out to new people. So do me a huge favor. This could even be your teacher appreciation gift to me, since I am a teacher. Go ahead and hit subscribe below so that I can get more subscribers and I can get this content out to more people. I thought about putting some Crystalac glitter glue on here in order to seal the vinyl. I went ahead and I decided not to. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal, and it turns out that it was fine. Nothing needed to be sealed. I had no vinyl issues. So I just popped it over there onto my tumbler, onto my turner, and I ended up doing 3 final coats on this one. There were a couple of pieces that there were just some bumps on there, and so I wanted to make sure it was as smooth as humanly possible. But here is the finished product. I love this cup. It is so cute, and again, any teacher will tell you that if you say this phrase, you are going to be waiting till you're a skeleton, because the kids don't care. They don't. They will still be loud and talking. They don't care. I thoroughly enjoyed making this cup, and thank you guys for watching. You can connect with me on social media with Facebook and Instagram, and you can also send me an email. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. But now it's time for you to watch the video that's suggested for you on the screen. Have a great day. Bye.